Hello everybody, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Yes, I know you have been waiting way too long for this video, but I was quite busy and also I wasn't sure about my plans, but now I'm more or less I am, so I'm ready to explain what is gonna be my program here in the US, and I will try to explain you also a bit what kind of racing I'm doing and how they works, because a lot of you asked me about that. So let's start. I'm staying in US for 50 days and I'm planning to do around 35-40 days of racing. I know that's quite a lot, but I'm here for this. So as you may know, right now I'm racing in TOAD, that is Tour of Americans Dairyland. The race started last Thursday, but I've started to race Sunday and I'm gonna race till next Sunday. So I've already done 5 days of racing and I'm missing just 3, including this afternoon. How does this series work? Well, it's 11 days of racing, but you don't have to do all of them if you don't want to or if you can't. Every day is a separate race, so there is a standing for each day, but there are also the overall classification with points. So every day, the first 20 girls, in my case, they cross the finish line, get points. They are valid for the general omnium at the end of the 11 days. So of course, if you just race half of the days, it's hard to get at the top of the overall. Maybe you can do it if you win every day, but it's not my case by now. As far off, I've always been in the top 20, not the first 8 because it was fucking very hard that race. So I'm quite happy about that. I mean, I was wishing to go that good, but I didn't really hope for because yeah, we all know how much I've been training before coming to America. I was missing all the intensity, so it's going quite good by now, and I'm sure this big block of racing will help me in the next big block of racing that we go now to explain. That is gonna be in Chicago, and it's called Chicago Grid, and it's gonna be from the 18th of July to the 27th of July. I'm planning to do the whole block. Not really sure right now I will do the whole, but this week of racing I'm doing is mostly to prepare the next one in Chicago that is gonna be in about 1 month, so it's perfect. Now when I will finish this block, I will just rest a bit, do some races, and mostly get ready to race in Chicago and try to go for a bigger results compared to here. Maybe a podium, maybe top 5, who knows, maybe a victory. I hope all of them. Anyway, so I flew here the 9th of June. I've already raced 3 races before coming here to Wisconsin. I'm based in Dallas because Ryan and the team is based there. So every Tuesday there is a crit organized by Pickle Juice, and I'm always racing there with the men of the B category and then with the A. So it's a good training, it's a good effort, and I also have fun to race with the guys, and I have a lot of teammates, so it's funny sometimes to try to do some lead out for me, but they are not big event, it's just more a local event, so it's great to try something out and see how the legs are going. Then I raced in Austin. That was my second race, the 12th of July, where I won with the goal, winning all the intermediate sprints and the final race. And then I also raced with the men, where I did a top 10. Now again, I'm in Wisconsin for a Tour of Americans Dairyland. In this tour, we race every day 75 minutes. So we don't know how many laps we're gonna do, but usually after 30 minutes of race, they are able to calculate how many laps we are missing. So at that point, you're gonna get also the lap counts, but all the intermediate sprints with prize money during the race, you never know when they are. They just ring the bell when you are in the finish line and they tell you how much money they're gonna be in the next lap at the finish line. So there are a lot of girls really competing for the intermediate sprint, trying to go for the big money. That's why races get so hard. Like yesterday we were in 81 starter and we finished in 40 in the main bunch. There are a couple of big teams, so who's winning is always who has the big lead out, because they are able to do the last 6-7 laps with lead out in front, and it's very hard to chase back and get back in position in front. That's mostly how these races are going. It's not about sprinting, it's about getting to the sprint in the right position, and that's very hard because their race courses are very tiny, very short. I mean, when they are long, they are about 1k and a half. The other day we raced in a 600 meter, was basically like racing on a track, and was insane because we were so many and there is no space between corners to have time to actually overtake people, getting in a better position. Of course, there are so many people getting dropped during the race, so it's also very hard being behind the gaps and have always to chase back, but that's part of the game. So after I will finish this vlog, I will fly back to Dallas, racing probably Tuesday with the men, and then I will fly to LA to do 3 days of racing on the track. It's gonna be Wednesday 9th of July and then the 12th and the 16th. From LA, I will straight fly to Chicago to start the other big block of racing, where the races are gonna be more or less like in this tour. So 75 minutes of racing with intermediate sprint announced by the bell and final sprint at the end, general classification, intermediate sprint classification, and single stage classification. After a big block in Chicago, I'm planning to finish off my trip the 29th of July in Dallas with the Turbo Velo Crit of Tuesday night with the men again. As I started, I'm gonna fly back to Italy the 31st of July, and I will be back home the 1st of August. And as soon as we'll be home, I'm not gonna rest because I have Fiorenzuola 6 days on my plan. So track racing in Italy, and then I will keep going with racing. Maybe I will be back in America in September for another big block of racing of 4 days of a big event like this one, but I'm not sure about that now. So this is the plan for my 51 days in America with about 30 days of racing ish. By now everything is going quite good. I'm quite happy, but of course really hungry for more. I will leave you in the description all the links of all the races I'm gonna do, that if you want to check them, you're able to just following the link. And if you are from US and you wanna come and see some racing, you're very welcome to, and please come to me in the start or after the finish line to take a picture to say hi. I really like to meet all of you, so yeah. Thanks for following the journey, and sorry if it took me so long to do this short video, but well, traveling alone is always quite hard, and I was mostly prioritizing my sleep compared to recording video. So I hope you understand. But thanks for following. Let me know what you think about my plan, and if you need more clarification about how races works and what I'm gonna do. Follow me, leave a like, comment, and see you in the next races.